Hey guys, Chris Fix here. Today let's talk about a small but crucial part of your engine, the coolant temperature sensor, or CTS. The CTS acts like your engine's thermometer, measuring how hot the coolant is and sending that info to your car's computer. This helps your car run smoothly and prevents overheating. If the CTS fails, it can cause warning lights and engine problems. That's why it's important to know what the CTS does and watch for signs it might be failing. One of the first signs of a bad coolant temperature sensor is the check engine light. When the CTS fails, it sends odd signals, like impossible temperature readings, to the ECU. The ECU stores a trouble code and lights up your dashboard. Grab an OBD2 scanner, plug it in under your dash, and check for codes like P0115, P0117, or P0118. These codes point directly to a coolant temperature sensor issue. Looking up the code for your car will confirm if the CTS is the culprit. Don't just guess. Let the scanner guide your next steps. This quick check can save you from replacing the wrong parts. If you see those codes, your CTS is likely calling for help. Another significant symptom indicating a potential issue with your coolant temperature sensor, or CTS, is engine overheating. This is a critical warning sign that should never be ignored. If the sensor malfunctions and inaccurately tells the ECU the engine is cold, even when it's not, the cooling fans responsible for dissipating heat might never turn on, leading to a rapid increase in engine temperature. Watch your temperature gauge, keep a close eye on it during your drives. If it climbs into the red zone, indicating dangerously high temperatures, especially when stopped in traffic or idling, pull over to a safe location immediately and shut off the engine to prevent further damage. After allowing the engine to cool down sufficiently, start the car and let it idle. Observe its behavior. If the cooling fans don't kick on as the temperature rises back up, even after a cool down period, the CTS is highly suspect and could very well be to blame for the lack of fan activation. Try turning on the AC. This can sometimes provide additional clues. If the cooling fans engage and work properly when the AC is activated, but not otherwise under normal operating conditions, it strongly suggests that the sensor isn't sending the correct temperature signal to the ECU. Ignoring persistent overheating issues can lead to catastrophic damage and ultimately destroy your engine, so don't take this warning lightly. Overheating is a serious problem that demands immediate attention. Replacing a bad CTS is generally a relatively inexpensive and straightforward fix, but the cost of repairing or replacing a severely damaged engine due to overheating is significantly higher. Therefore, take swift action and seek professional diagnosis if you observe any of these telltale signs of overheating. If your car suddenly starts using more gas than usual and you find yourself constantly needing to fill up, it's a clear indication that something might be amiss. Keep a close eye on your fuel consumption. Any significant increase should raise a red flag. And running rough, especially at idle, a bad CTS or coolant temperature sensor could very well be the reason behind these issues. This small but crucial sensor plays a vital role in your engine's operation. A faulty sensor can trick the ECU, or engine control unit, into running a rich fuel mixture all the time, meaning it's injecting more fuel than necessary, essentially thinking the engine is always cold even when it's warmed up. This inevitably means more frequent trips to the gas station, putting a dent in your wallet. You might also notice black smoke billowing from the exhaust, and a strong, distinct fuel smell emanating from your vehicle. Over time, this excessively rich mixture can foul your spark plugs, coating them in carbon deposits. This in turn can cause engine misfires, leading to a noticeable decrease in performance, and ultimately make your car feel sluggish and unresponsive when you try to accelerate. Be alert for a rough idle, where the engine shakes and sputters. Also, watch out for hesitation, a momentary delay when you press the accelerator. Another telltale sign is black residue at the tailpipe, all classic symptoms indicating that your engine is running far too rich. While other underlying issues can certainly contribute to these problems, the CTS is a common and often overlooked culprit that's worth investigating. If left unchecked and unaddressed, this condition can eventually lead to damage to your catalytic converter and even your engine itself. So, don't ignore these warning signs. Take the time to check your CTS and ensure it's functioning correctly. It could save you a lot of trouble and expense down the road. Don't put off fixing a bad coolant temperature sensor. Ignoring it risks catastrophic engine damage from overheating or running rich. Overheating can warp the cylinder head or blow a head gasket, repairs that cost thousands. Running rich can destroy your catalytic converter and wear out your engine. The sensor itself is cheap and easy to replace, usually a simple DIY job. Fixing it restores fuel economy, smooth running, and protects your engine. Don't wait for a small problem to become a huge repair bill. Be proactive, replace your CTS and keep your car healthy.